Just play the damn thing.
So this guitar showed up in the mail today. This is a new guitar company called Fesley Guitars. Fesley Guitars, the box here says, to lead a new cool. Fesley Guitars. From here on out, we're just going to refer to them as the Fez. Now, while this is a sponsored video, before we go any further, I wanted to read to you part of the email that they sent me before they shipped this out. This is a long email, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the important parts are this. As I said, this Strat Guitar 2 was made from the factory that produced Fender's Squier and Harley Benton, so it may look and feel a little familiar to you. You can actually see a lot of reviews about us now. There are good and bad ones though, because the long-term sea transportation have an impact on the quality of our products. We don't moderate the content of commenters because we need to hear more. And we're sure many professionals like you can offer us more advice. That's why we wanted to reach out to you, because I've seen you do a lot of honest reviews and we believe that you're the one for us. So, in a nutshell, we have ourselves a Strat style guitar. This is basically an entry-level Strat style guitar, made in the same factory that makes the Squier Strats and stuff like that. But most importantly, they wanted to be very clear that I have free reign. So, that was straight from the video. There's a screenshot of the email itself for you to see it in person, so that you can see that I'm not making this up or anything. I've been given free reign to give you exactly what I think and feel about this guitar. So as you can see, still in the box, still taped up. Did get a little banged up in shipping, so I can see that it did come with a gig bag, but that's all I've seen. So without further ado, let's get this thing out of the box and see what we're working with here. Alrighty. So, there's a guitar. Pretty decent size, decent gig bag. Feels like it's got a little bit of padding in there anyway. Not a ton, but a little bit. Nice big pocket in the front, again, for sheet music, stuff like that. Instruction, owner's manual, thing there. That's a guitar strap, should you need one. It's got a few goodies it comes with. And the guitar itself. Comes with, there's your trim arm and your Allen wrenches for adjustments. Wow. And there's the guitar itself, which is actually already a little bit different than I was expecting. All right, not bad, really. Not bad at all. That's a matte finish of some kind, not as opposed to a gloss finish. Satin finish on the back of the neck. You can see right there in the back, it says made in PRC, which stands for People's Republic of China. And we'll go over some more specs and stuff as we get closer. One thing I am noticing, right out of the box, mine has some finish cracks right there above the knobs. So we'll test everything out when we plug it in. And that switch it's functional, but it feels a little short for some reason. So I'm wondering if this thing didn't take a hard knock of some kind right there on the front. Not the end of the world. Worth noting so that you can see what you might be getting right out of the box, but shouldn't affect performance. Certainly not for this video. That's really about all that I see that is worth mentioning here right out of the box. So I'm going to set it up real quick and tune it up, and then let's plug it in and see what we got. Hey, before we check this thing out, if you would do me the huge favor, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. It really does help a lot. And also, don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you think of this guitar in this video. Now, let's take this thing for a ride. Okay, you were promised an honest assessment of this guitar, and I promised Fesley Guitars themselves that you were going to get an honest assessment of this guitar. So here we go. You know, the biggest problem with with this particular unit is that there seems to be a wiring mishap of some kind, because even on the bridge position, that still sounds like a single coil. Okay, there's no humbucker sound at all. So I did not open it up to look at any of the wiring on the inside of it, because I wanted to conduct this demo. I mean, this guitar targeted towards beginners. I mean, that's the target demographic for this guitar, for the most part. So I wanted to demo this guitar and experience this guitar exactly how somebody who was opening up and playing their first guitar for the first time would do so. Because 90-something% of those people are not going to know how to open up the back and and rewire solder pickups and all that kind of stuff. So that said, from a single coil perspective, it sounds pretty good. It's a Strat. And honestly, since it comes out of the same factory, it's probably the same or very, very similar pickups to what you would find in the Squier or Harley Benton equivalent guitars. The other thing that I have to mention, I mentioned there towards the beginning after the unboxing, are the light finish cracks there up close to the knob. I'll make sure to show you guys a close-up photo of that. So, and really those are the two major issues that I see with this guitar. One of them obviously is cosmetic, which can be kind of a drag if you're buying this as your brand new guitar, brand new first guitar. The other one, is a little bit more concerning, because, while I'm sure you could probably just exchange it on Amazon, I don't know how consistent these quality issues are going to be. So if you get another one with a similar problem, you may still end up having to take it to somebody who knows what they're doing to fix the wiring. Now, if you're somebody that's more experienced and you're looking for a good, solid, cheap mod platform, then you might absolutely love this thing, because it's a great mod platform. And from a setup standpoint, it really didn't need much out of the box. It really didn't. It's very similar to Squier guitars. Fender pays really close attention to that, by the way. This is pretty similar, other than the wiring issues. The neck profile is a little bit different, maybe a little bit wider than typical Fender neck. But really, about all I had to do was stretch the strings and tune it up, and off I go. I didn't have to adjust truss rod or anything like that. Beyond that, plays great. The only other thing that's worth mentioning, the frets, the fret ends are a little bit sharp, just a little bit. I've seen a lot worse. This is not horrible. Certainly from a beginner perspective that would never know the difference, not a big deal at all. And again, any guitar tech can smooth those out very, very easily. I also like the satin finish on the guitar, because so it's not going to pick up and show fingerprints all over the place like a gloss finish would. And the neck actually plays really, really well. I like that neck profile a lot. The tremolo also, I didn't use it in the demo because honestly I don't really use tremolos very much these days. But this thing, it was set up perfect right out of the box. It is flat up against the body the way that it's supposed to be. I did not make any adjustments to that. That is exactly how it came out of the box. So perfect. And that is one advantage to the way Fender ships these guitars. Fender will typically ship their Strats with the trim floating up a little bit to so people can pull back on them. But the problem with doing that is you raise the action, and they don't play all that great. This does play a lot better than like Squier, a lot of Squier guitars would out of the box, and to not have to mess with setting that up properly was really nice. I like the vintage, the Fender style vintage tuners that are on there. They seem to hold tune pretty well. They do the thing. Here's the thing, this guitar, brand new with everything that you saw in the box, the gig bag, the strap, costs $179, brand spanking new. For $179, you could certainly do a lot worse. For $179, you could certainly do a lot worse. So as far as guitars under $200 on Amazon go, for a Strat style guitar, a modern Strat style guitar, like I said, this doesn't quite look like a Strat, no pick guard and, the satin finish again, give it a little bit more of a modern look. I like it. You know, it's a little bit different and it does the thing. I really think the Fesley guitars, aka the Fez, and to be clear, nobody actually calls them that. I just made that up. You know, as I showed you in that email, Fesley guitars, they said they are considering improving their packaging and shipping methods. They absolutely need to do that because I think that would fix, you know, that would likely fix the cosmetic issue, and it would, and you know, if it's taking bumps and shipping and stuff that are causing any wiring issues, it's going to fix that as well. Beyond that, the gig bag comes with it's pretty decent. The overall quality of the guitar, you know, especially from a beginner perspective, I think overall it's a pretty good value. But Fesley needs to correct these couple of points here that I'm talking about. So again, don't forget to drop a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on the Fesley Deluxe Edition HSS Strat Style guitar, or S Style, I guess. We can't really call it Strat Style because of copyright purposes. Adios.